Okay, friends, so I saw this picture on Pinterest. It is a Balsam Hill fairy tale pumpkin wreath, and I thought it was just absolutely beautiful. And I already had something similar on hand. So, really quick, this is a Mainstays wreath from Walmart that we had upcycled into a Pottery Barn dupe wreath a few videos ago. That is how we upcycled the wreath. That was a Pottery Barn dupe wreath. So I had this on hand and I told myself I can upcycle this wreath and make it look like the Balsam Hill wreath just by changing out the pumpkins and adding in some white florals. So that is what we are going to do to this wreath right here that you see on the screen. So I removed the pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to add in some pumpkin picks from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to add in some Queen Anne's lace that I had gotten from Target over the summer. And we're going to upcycle this wreath right here into the Balsam Hill wreath. So I hope that makes sense to you just by changing out the pumpkins and by adding in some white florals from Target. So this Mainstays Walmart wreath is being upcycled twice, basically. So that is some really beautiful Queen Anne's lace that I had gotten from Target over the summer. So I had that on hand already. And all I'm going to do is add in these pumpkins here that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. They had originally been pumpkin picks, and so I just took the picks out, and now we're just going to add them onto this wreath here. I did use a lot of hot glue because I did want to make sure it was really sturdy. So I did, on a couple of them, I did keep a small piece of the pick because that Mainstays wreath from Walmart, it's very dense. The wreath base is very, very dense. So in just a moment here, you're going to see me get a Chinese chopstick. I know that sounds funny, but I'm going to get a Chinese chopstick out and you just push a little hole into it and then you can put your florals in. But that's what we have so far. And just by changing out the pumpkins, friends, we just really made this wreath look more expensive. So when we had originally upcycled this wreath, I wanted to keep it as inexpensive as possible. So I used the pumpkins from Dollar Tree. Well, in order to upcycle this wreath into the Balsam Hill wreath, I did decide to get some more expensive looking pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just trying to make sure that I explain everything. So just taking some of that Queen Anne's lace right there from Target, and we're adding it onto this wreath here because in the Balsam Hill wreath, that's our inspiration wreath, they had some white florals. Now that is the chopstick that I use. I know that sounds funny, but again, the wreath that we're using is the Mainstays wreath from Walmart, and it is a very dense wreath form. So to put these florals on, sometimes you have to wedge a little hole into it, and then you just slide your little wreath, your little floral piece into the little hole you created using the chopsticks. So we improvise a lot over here at Holly's Humble Home, just so you know. We use chopsticks to help create our wreaths. So moving on. Just adding in some of that Queen Anne's lace, and look at how beautiful this wreath is turning out, friends. So we have taken that very inexpensive wreath from Walmart. We originally upcycled it into a Pottery Barn wreath. Now we are upcycling it again into a Balsam Hill wreath. And just showing you there are so many things you can do with those inexpensive wreaths from Walmart. They're only $12.54. Now, when I had originally gotten it, it was only $9.99, so it has gone up a little bit. But it comes with all the greenery, just like you saw earlier in our video. That's why I wanted to include a picture of it so you could see it before we added everything to it. But it comes with all the greenery, and it is just so easy to upcycle. So that's why I just wanted to share this idea with you guys. So when we originally upcycled it with the Pottery Barn wreath, I wanted to keep it as inexpensive as possible. But to go to a Balsam Hill wreath, we had to switch some things out. But how beautiful is it? And this is how it turned out. Very easy, very inexpensive. Just switching out the pumpkins and adding in some of that white Queen Anne's lace from Target that I had gotten over the summer, and this wreath looks very high end. It looks a lot more expensive, and I just love to share upcycling ideas with you guys because Balsam Hill has some really beautiful florals, but $399 for a wreath is just a little bit out of my budget. And so I wanted to share some ideas with you on how you can take an inexpensive wreath and upcycle it into looking like something more expensive. So just showing you how I have it. It was on the frame, the window frame you see there. And then beneath it, I just have our beautiful candle from Hobby Lobby, and we made that candle ring a few videos ago as well. And I just have it paired here with some more decor and a little pumpkin there from Dollar Tree. All of these items that you see, guys, like the pumpkin, the candle ring, the other pumpkin on the other side next to the angel, obviously the wreath there. These are all things that we have created in prior videos. So make sure you go through and check out the prior videos. Lots of inexpensive upcycling fall decor ideas. And I just love to share ideas with you. And I think that our wreath just really turned out absolutely beautiful. I really do. That is another picture I came across on Pinterest, and they were $41.99 each, I believe. I'm going to recreate that by using some tacky glue, some hot glue, one of those candle holders from Dollar Tree, and that little jack-o'-lantern candle holder right there, the glass one. I'm going to put my glasses on first. It's easier to see when I have my glasses on. But we are going to recreate it for very inexpensive just by using some items from Dollar Tree. I love going on Pinterest, and I love looking at pictures of high-end decor and seeing how I can recreate them for much less. I love to upcycle. You guys know that if you've been following my channel. I love to upcycle. So that was just a jar lid. That's just a jar lid. I used some tacky glue. I hot glued it to the candle holder from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take some spray paint now, and we're just going to spray paint it. And that's what it looks like. So we've got our base. It was a little rainy outside, so that's why there's a little bit of raindrops on it, but it's okay, it dries. But that's our base, friends. And so I'm just using some tacky glue again. I just wanted to show you really quick. That's what the tacky glue looks like. I didn't want to use epoxy because it was raining outside pretty hard, and I didn't want to open up my windows, and I don't use epoxy without ventilation. So I just used some tacky glue and some hot glue, and you know what? It worked out just fine. So that is the little glass jack-o'-lantern candle holder they have at Dollar Tree. And I thought that that would stand in perfect for the globe that we're trying to recreate. So that's what we have so far, friends, and it already looks very similar. So it was a jack-o'-lantern. They're at Dollar Tree now. So all I did was I got some batteries, I got one of those little Dollar Tree twinkle lights. It just slides right off. There you go. Turned them on, and we're going to put them. Now that is a piece of ribbon. And all I did was I folded the ribbon over, I hot glued it on the sides, and it hides the battery pack. So we're going to put that inside of that little glass jack-o'-lantern candle holder from Dollar Tree. And what we did was, by creating that little ribbon battery pack holder, it's going to camouflage the face of the jack-o'-lantern. You won't see it, and it camouflages our battery pack as well. And now we recreated the globes that I had seen on Pinterest. They were very expensive, and we recreated them for so much less. Look at how pretty that is. It looks very, very similar. I just think these turned out great, guys. And again, I just love to share upcycling ideas with you. I want you to have a beautiful home for fall, but I don't want you to break the bank. So I just want to give you ideas on how you can recreate some really beautiful high-end decor for your home on a budget. I really hope that you guys like these ideas. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me in the comments. Another idea for you, if you get some of those vases, those really popular amber vases from Hobby Lobby, when you put your florals in them, it's so much fun to get the battery pack twinkle lights from Dollar Tree and put them inside the vase and then put in your florals. It's just so whimsy and beautiful. So that's today's video, friends. I really hope you like it. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and take care.